Close your eyes. Imagine
8 off
yourself
out of 10.
arriving home
I see
after a
what I did
long
there.
week on a Friday night. You're mentally tired.
Wait, can you feed me? Can you
sit
feed
down,
me like stuff for a?
kick your feet up,
Can you give me iron for a
and
fire?
fire up that TV. You finally made it. You survived the week, and you deserve a break. Right?
John Kratos.
As people in this society, we develop this habitual pattern of the way we live. We work, we rest, we work again. But sometimes what we want doesn't always follow this pattern. Sometimes in order to succeed, you must override this pattern. It may be very hard, but it's the only way. The very thing standing between you and success is you trying to preserve and protect this pattern. We preserve this pattern by procrastination. I can confidently say this is true because I myself have gotten burned by procrastination many times in my life. It took me several times of crumbling under the weight of procrastination before I was finally able to decide, you know what? I need to make a speech about telling you not to procrastinate. So you won't do the same.
Dude, I fireballed.
You can open your eyes.
They started going crazy at building.
You can open your eyes.
But everything they built is flammable.
In this speech, I'll be telling you that you should try your best to kill your habit of procrastination, meaning not wait until last minute of doing your homework or, stuff like that.
Pushing.
First, I will be telling you about one common major problem procrastination brings. Then I'll be going in depth of what causes this problem. And lastly, I'll be giving you a solution to this problem.
Wait, can you drop TNT on me?
One common major problem that procrastination brings is making a non-stressful task like homework into a nearly unliftable, unbearable task that consumes way too much energy. First off, when you have a large task like a project or homework or whatever, it's better to spread that workload over multiple days.
I bombed them.
However, when you procrastinate,
you don't even have an axe.
You find yourself staying up way past your bedtime because your mind is tired. You can't work for that long, for that amount of time. And your brain gets tired. We call this cognitive fatigue. According to an article on Medical News Today written by Mary West on August 1st, 2025, cognitive fatigue is the physical fatigue prolonged mental activity can cause tiredness that affects the mind. The cognitive fatigue often forces us to lose sleep. When we lose sleep, according to an article written by Science Insights called What Happens If You Don't Get Enough Sleep on March 16, 2026, lack of sleep causes what researchers call lapsing, brief moments where your attention simply drops out. This may be dangerous if you're driving, or let's say you're in a football game, or whenever you're ever in a situation where you need very good reaction time, but you won't have it because you lost your sleep. That's what lapsing is. Now I've told you the problem that procrastination brings, which is cognitive fatigue. Let's get into why we let this problem be seen in the first place. Why do we let this happen? Why do we procrastinate in the first place if it's so bad? Well, the main cause for why we procrastinate and let problems like this creep into our life is not because of a simple lack of discipline or motivation or cool TikTok video you saw and now you're all pumped up at 3. No. The cause for our procrastination actually goes down to the neurological level. Let me flip my note card here. It's the note card. Or note paper, whatever. When reading an article called Why We Procrastinate, published by Science News Today on August 7th of 2025, written by the editorial team, I'm reminded that our brain holds a component inside of our mind called the amygdala.
Okay.
Because there's an amygdala inside of our mind.
That's not fair.
And this amygdala
He has special ed armor. That's not
controls our emotional responses and acts as a rapid detection system for threats in emotionally charged situations. When a task feels overwhelming, stressful, or unpleasant, the amygdala can trigger avoidance responses, thus making us avoid our given task. So when we have the temptation to procrastinate if we're doing a big task, we often want to go on social media or just say, just one more episode, or just one more game, or whatever it may be. We always tell ourselves, I'll do it later. When we do this, we just dig ourselves into a deeper hole. Well, we do relieve that amygdala inside our mind. We don't let it go off because we hate it going off. We don't like being stressed out. It feels good at the moment, but we're going in the wrong direction.
I'll do it later.
Now, I told you how this problem arises and what the cause for it is. It goes down to the neurological level, like I told you.
The thing.
Now, I'll be telling the good news for us, that there is a solution. Let's get into it.
Like Nazi.
An extremely sustainable and effective solution to put procrastination's fire out is to optimize your environment. By this, I mean to go somewhere where you want to concentrate and where you want to work.
Who's playing the polyester?
When reading an article by LinkedIn published by Prajesh Dinamadi on September 30th, 2024, I learned that
I'm so glad about that.
my and everyone's brain is always rewiring itself based on the input it's getting from the world. This makes perfect sense because the author also states, so if you're surrounded by negativity, clutter, or chaos, your brain gets wired to think in negative, cluttered, chaotic ways. For me, optimizing my environment
right here.
to not procrastinate on a task means to basically be anywhere but home. If I'm going to do homework, I'm doing it at school, I'm doing it at a coffee shop, whatever. I'm not being at this desk doing homework because there's way too much distractions. That is optimizing your environment. And according to an article written by Neurolaunch called 5 Mental Health Benefits of Working from Home, it states remote work can also worsen mental health when it blurs work-life boundaries, increases isolation, or creates pressure to always be on. As humans, just as we have an off switch, an on switch, we also have to have an off switch, right? And home is directly linked to our off switch. To wrap things up, procrastination is an extremely common yet severe symptom found in all human beings. We have now reviewed the problem, cause, and solution of that are all produced by procrastination. And with this, I want to leave you with this quote that I myself just made.
You can literally tell he's auto-clicking.
With you, I, and everyone alike, having to battle procrastination, let us set our eyes on a result that lasts forever, rather than one that lasts only a moment. Thank you.
The BBC man.
End the video.